Good morning, everyone. This is Lindsey Huddleston with SPS back in the building for another SPS Monday Motivation. Hope you had a great weekend. I had one. We saw Olympic gold. If you were following USA basketball, men's and women's national team brought home the gold against France. Both games, that is. It was a nail biter, but we saw the chef cook, that's Steph Curry, that is, get down. An amazing performance, and we also saw Asia Wilson and many others, Cooper and others, just play great basketball. Hey, the world is on notice. Hey, they're trying to get better. They're trying to compete, so we got to keep working hard. But let's get to today's Monday Motivation. What is it about? And probably take a little extra time on this topic. And it's been interesting because, as I say, I always pull from the headlines of my personal life. And this is a combination of both. And that is, don't little bro me. Aaron Mays saying, good morning, brother. How you doing, man? Good to have you checking in with us this morning. Got Aaron Mays. Always good to have you stop by. Here's Aaron right here saying, what's up? Good brother, good brothers. Getting to be high school football season. You know how that goes with us. Yeah, man, but I want to talk about a topic that has been something that's been on my mind. I even looked at one of my, when your reels go back and, anniversaries or something on social media. I was talking about this topic 2 years ago at the Henry Ford picnic with my guy Tyrone Gribble, affectionately known as Booney. Shout out to him and Rico. But just talking about the word little and this impact. And it is a thing. It's not just me speaking. So before I even get into that, let's just talk about a great article in Medium. It talks about the power of words. Understanding the psychology of abusive language and its impact on society. I'll repeat. The power of words. Understanding the psychology of abusive language and its impact on society. As I said, I referenced my all-class reunion from a couple years ago. But it was just at the all-class reunion 2 weeks ago that I was blown away by the amount of love and support I had always been given, but it was all kind of recognized in one moment. And I just recognized that I'm not just out here for myself. I'm not just out here for my daughter or for my family or for my loved ones, those in my circle. I'm out here for lack of better, the general population. I'm out here to try to share information that can be culturally relevant, scholarly, that can really help people move forward. And what I find that the best thing that anybody can do is be accountable for who they are and what they are. And that is the way to get to where you want to go, to get to the next level, this personal level of accountability. Now, don't confuse that with some conservative jargon. That's not where I'm coming from. I'm saying being culturally relevant and accountable for your words and the things you say. And that's one of the things that we can do every day. You wonder why people don't want to be around you. It could be the things you say. So let's talk a little bit more about this little bro thing. So why has this become so prevalent? One reason that people often use abusive language as a way to assert their dominance or power over others. It can be a way to intimidate, control, or belittle others, and it makes the one person using language feel more powerful and in control. Additionally, people may use abusive language as a way to release their frustrations or vent their anger towards someone else. However, it's important to note that not everyone engages in the use of abusive language. There are many people who choose to communicate in a respectful and empathetic manner. In fact, research has shown that using positive language and showing empathy towards others can lead to increased well-being and satisfaction in relationships. So you're better off trying to focus on the positive. But you know what? We're all not able to do that. Tino says, thanks for sharing. Tino, always good to see you, man. You know what's going on with us and sports and all the good things that are coming. So let me just keep going with this. From the article, another reason abusive language has become more common is that it's often normalized in our culture. We see examples of it in our media and entertainment, and many people may not even realize the harm that this kind of language can cause. It's important to remember that abusive language can be hurtful, damaging, and even traumatic for those who experience it and will not even be taken lightly. Also, in conclusion, the use of abusive language can have a negative psychological effect on both the person using the language and the person being targeted. It can also damage our relationships with others. While it may be tempting to engage in this behavior, it's important to remember the power of positive language and empathy in our communication. By choosing to communicate in a respectful and empathetic manner, we can improve our relationships and promote a more positive, supportive society. So the question is my good buddy Vern and I, we kick it all the time. Vern and Richard, shout out to Vern and the Juice Nation. He says it's all about intent, and I can agree with that. What is your intent? But I have to say, the terminology is used so loosely, and don't get me wrong, this is universal. Just as I say, don't little bro me, I can say the same thing when women say, don't little sis me. Because, for one, when we talk about the abusive part, and the traumatic part, my brother's dead. My only older and only brother, Sean Huddleston, is dead. That's right. You look over my shoulder, you see his obituary like you see right here. So, first of all, don't come to me with that little brother shit. My brother's dead. So think about the trauma I go through all the time when I want to live up to his name and legacy and think about the memories we have, and someone, whether random or not, refers to me as little bro. Here's another thing. Is this what you see me as? Because if you calling me little bro, I'm damn near 50. What's little about what I got going on right now? Huh? My bill's not little. My responsibility's not little. And my dream's not little. So you can go from edifying me to defecating on me all in one phrase. Hey, what's up, man? I like what you're doing, little bro. Little bro? Ain't no little bros around here. So if you're using this language to intent to impact others, you got to really think about what you're doing, or if you're just oblivious to the fact, which can be the case. If you mean no harm, that's one thing. What does Aaron say? Aaron says, how and when this type of behavior became acceptable in today's culture. I appreciate Aaron. How and when hey, they done slid in. And speaking to somebody who can speak on that, that's my mom's right there. Good morning, son. Just joining. Welcome. Happy to have you here and all that. It is great to have you. They're knocking on my door. I think they're getting ready to do some work out here. But we're not going to stop the show and whatever's going on. But here's the thing. I understand that. I get it. And it's really important to keep in mind the impact that your words have. Now, here's the other thing. Very timely, mother. Now, if you're not trying to do it in a way where you're going to impact others and you're trying to lift them up, are you doing it in a way to hurt people? Are you speaking with a forked tongue? My mother educated me on that a while ago, right? What is speaking with a forked tongue? It's to speak in a dishonest way that is meant to deceive people. So you coming up to me saying, what's up, little bro? Or you coming up to the young lady saying, hey, little sis and whatnot, all with the intent of trying to say something nice, but you really don't mean it? Where are you really coming from? What's really going on? Mason says, good morning. Good morning, Mason. Glad you're jumping in. I appreciate that. So here's my point. We have to be very conscious of the words we use. Whether you're intentionally saying something to hurt someone's feelings or bother them, that's one thing. But if you know you're knowingly putting out this negative energy and saying these things, shame on you. And the other part is, if I'm little bro, when do I get to grow up? If she's little sis, when does she get to grow up? Are you going to always keep putting me in that place where I remember this and I remember when? I'm not trying to operate like that, and people are not trying to hear that. Now, here's the inverse. If you big bro people and big sis people, that's a great thing. But I also say that little bro chips away at me. Little sis chips away at someone's existence. So if you see someone and you have them and hold them in high regard and want to shout them out as big bro, that's fine. But my question is, when do you level up to them? When do you get to the point where you guys are both on the same path and making things happen? That's very important going forward. So all I really want to say today is be mindful of your language. Be mindful of what you say. For me personally, don't little bro me. I ain't no little bro. As Mason Cameron said, they said some different term. We not little guys no more, or whatever you want to say. So if you're saying that as a way to hold a person in place, you need to really work on yourself and your language and what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. Because going about it that way, there's a movement afoot where people not go by that. They're not going to go for it. So you run the risk of being called out on the spot for using that language. We want to uplift each other. We want to say great things about each other and be great to people. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. I want you to go on and have a great day. Have a great Monday. Don't little bro me. Don't little sis them. If you feel they doing good and they recognize well, say, look, you've done so much and I'm so proud of you. Edify them. Don't edify them and defecate them on them at the same time. And defecate, that's when you excrete, things on them. Don't do that. Be positive, and if your language is a challenge for you, think about those things going forward, and I'm sure we can have some great things happen. So I just want to wish everybody the best. Have a great Monday. Have a great week. Have a great month. Have a great year. Number love for Lindsay House and SPS. See you next time.